Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, sadly, some people in Australia got some really bad news this week, but it might be welcome news for some people in the United States. So Carnival Cruise Line, along with all the travel industry, all the farming industry, all the tourism industry, the airlines, etc., are getting very frustrated with the lack of movement by the Australian government on tourism and getting cruise ships back. Well, Carnival Cruise Line said, yeah, okay, you guys are so uncertain in your rules. You keep on saying, well, at one point you say you're not going to open. Then you're saying they're going to be cruise ships by Christmas. And then 2 weeks later you say, oh, by the way, there's no cruise ships until February 15th. And now it's approaching February 15th and it looks like they're going to extend that no cruise ship policy. So Carnival has just said, you know what, enough is enough. We're taking our cruise ship and we're going home. That's right, they're sending the Carnival Spirit back to the United States. She's going to start sailing out of Florida, and that means it's probably going to Jacksonville, Florida. It's going to replace the Ecstasy, which will now head over to Mobile, Alabama, or Mobile, depending on how you say it. It's an older ship going to Mobile, a newer ship coming to Jacksonville, so Jacksonville people are happy. Mobile's happy they're getting another cruise ship. The only people who are very unhappy is Australia, because a lot of people love the Carnival Spirit out there. It's a well-known ship in the area, and now it looks like the cruise line just said, enough is enough, we're leaving. And that is not good news. That means the negotiations with Australia and the talks with the government are really going nowhere, are really going absolutely nowhere in Australia. And if Carnival's leaving, how long before the other cruise lines decide, you know what, just taking our ships and postponing them until April, May, or June, maybe we should look at moving our ships out of Australia altogether as well. And you might see a third season of Australian cruising gone, and that's not good news for anybody. Sorry everybody out there, that's really bad news. Jacksonville, you got a little newer ship, and Mobile, you got another cruise ship. So good news one country, bad news the other country. Princess Cruise Lines has also, they just announced the Discovery Princess as they took possession of it. Should be heading over and moving to sailings in LA. Well, they also have another feature that everyone probably well-versed in and well-known is the Medallion app. So the Princess Medallion works basically the same way as the Magic Band would work in DC, or your old cruise card where you would get into your door this way, or you would go down and pay for something in the shops. It was all done on the card. It's basically a portable credit card that links to your account, except the Medallion can be worn on a necklace. It can be worn as like a watch, which makes it so much easier to go like this than to search for your card and all this. Well, they're expanding the usage of the Medallion app, where you used to be able to use it only on board. There are now going to be shops and businesses in different cruise ports that are accepting the band, which is fantastic because now you don't have to worry about, bringing credit cards with you when you go ashore. If you know these places are going to accept, you don't have to travel with more stuff. Less chances to lose your credit cards than there are to lose the band that's been on your wrist the entire cruise. So that's good news. Some places like Cabo, Puerto Vallarta, Cozumel are already able to use the Medallion app and the Medallion band when you go, which is, the Princess Medallion, which is perfect. And they say they should have it up and running in most Alaska ports before the Alaska season starts as well. Really good news for convenience as far as people are concerned. A lot of people are always wondering, do I carry one credit card with me? Do I lock it in my safe? Do I carry cash with me? Well, if you can just go boop like this and charge it to your shipboard account, it's all taken care of and it's so much easier. So that's some good news out there for the Medallion app. I'm glad to see it's expanding because it is one of the best features of being on a Princess cruise. I don't know how many times I go back to the buffet and I'm not on a Princess cruise, and now I have my food in my tray and I'm trying to reach for a card in my back pocket to open my door. Where with the Princess Medallion app, when you get close to the door, it starts to open. You just have to go like this with the handle and in you go. You don't even have to lift your arm half the time up to open the door for you. Very convenient, plus all the other things it does. But that's my favorite. That's absolutely my favorite, opening my door with my buffet food. I'm weird, I know. Well, we also have, we announced last week a couple of cruise lines that have announced that you're going to need a booster shot. Well, there's another one, and this is a bigger one, that is also doing the same thing. But before I get there, let me just invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. It really helps the channel go. It tells YouTube, hey, people are interested in cruising. People have a community here. They like the videos. They like the topic. Let's share it to more people. That's really all subscribing really does, besides letting you know whenever I put out a new video. So if you like the content, you like the information, just hit the subscribe button. You're not signing up for any emails. Trust me, not going to send you anything. And I'd really, really appreciate it. Okay. So what cruise line has now joined the booster-only cruising community, shall we say? Viking Cruise Line has now said, as of February 1st, so already in effect, you must be full boosted if you are eligible, which means you have to follow each vaccine's protocols for how long between boosters. You must have had your booster 14 days in advance. You have to be considered fully vaccinated by that definition. If you're ineligible, you still only need the 2 doses or the 1 dose of Johnson & Johnson, etc., etc. But that's another cruise line going that way. It looks like more and more cruise lines are possibly heading in that direction. And that might be something that they do in order to go and say, look, we are now requiring everyone to have your booster, extra vaccine protocols. Maybe we can start easing some of the other restrictions out there, like the masks in areas or the testing policies over and over again. We will see what that leads to, but Viking has a lot of ships out there and are growing exponentially so far, which means I think you're going to start seeing more and more of the big cruise lines come out with this policy as we get more and more people taking the booster shots. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm not telling you to take a booster shot. I'm not telling you not to take a booster shot. I'm telling you what the cruise line is requiring you to do. And if you don't like it, you don't have to go on their cruise line. If you do like it, then maybe you might choose their cruise line. That's the world we live in, everybody. Well, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Till next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.